And now it's time for Homeless Reviews with Harry R. Homeless. Tonight's episode, The Blood of Olympus.
Oh my gosh, this is the greatest book I've ever read in my life! Spoiler! So there are these two kids named Leo and Jason, and they're demigods who have to stop the Earth from destroying the Earth. Yeah, I know it doesn't make much sense. And they travel around with 5 other demigods in a flying ship! I drove a flying ship once, but then my crew of giant bunnies mutinied. And while these 5 demigods are flying around Europe, another group of demigods is trying to get a giant statue to their special camp! And one of them is gay. Yeah. So the crew of the Argo 2, that's the ship, go to Ithaca to get information about Gia from ghost suitors. I was a ghost suitor once. Man, that ghost lady was a perfect 10. And had drugs. But Jason gets confronted by his mother's spirit. And she's like, "Your father, the king of the gods, made me leave you." But Jason's girlfriend, Piper, was like, "Don't listen to her, she's a spirit of madness." But Jason's mom was like, "Join Gia's forces." But Piper used her charm speak to snap Jason out of it. "Snap out of it or I won't sleep with you." Which made Jason's mom disappear. But then Jason gets stabbed with Imperial gold. Oh no! And then Juno comes and tells the Argo crew, I came up with that one myself, that they need to capture Victory in order to stop Gia. And see Artemis and Apollo, for some reason. And then Jason faints. At the same time, Reyna and Nico, he's the gay one, travel with the Athena Parthenos as they plummet to their death into a volcano! And the gay one can't use the special shadow travel magic because he is too tired. So Reyna uses a special power from her mother that she has never mentioned before to share strength with Nico so they can all survive. Oddly convenient. So they land in Pompeii but get a message from Gia through their homicidal goat man chaperone, Coach Hedge! And then get attacked by Earth Ghosts. So Reyna, who's a Roman demigod, controls a bunch of zombie soldiers and defeats the Earth Ghosts. And then Nico recovers and gets them out of there. Back with the Argo crew, Frank, Piper, Percy, and Hazel. Try saying that 5 times fast. Frank, Piper, Percy, and Hazel. Frank, Piper, Percy, Hazel. Frank, Piper, Percy, and Hazel. Frank, Piper, Percy, and Hazel. Frank, Piper, Percy, and Hazel. Are fighting Nike, the goddess of great shoes. No, wait, I mean the goddess of victory. But Nike's trying to make them fight to the death. But the crew comes up with a clever plan to defeat her. And they do. So they keep her on board the Argo 2, tied up and gagged. Although I feel like a goddess could get out of a simple entrapment like that. Right? After the shadow traveling, Nico is unconscious and learns that the Roman army is right outside the Greek camp. And only the Athena Parthenos can stop the camps from destroying each other. And after he wakes up 3 days later, he gets a message from his dad, the god of the underworld. And his dad is like,
Orion is hunting you down for Gia.
Oh no!
And you're being chased by wolves.
Oh no! So Nico warns the others, but they still get attacked by wolves. With Taylor Lautner leading them. Get it? Taylor Lautner played Jacob in Twilight. Jacob was a werewolf? Okay. So Nico shadow travels with no direction in mind. And they end up in San Juan. And are kidnapped by the Amazons and the Hunters of Artemis. And Reyna is sisters with the Queen of the Amazons. I was the Queen of the Amazons once. But then they found out I was a dude. Not pretty. But suddenly, Orion shows up and kills everyone! Well, not everyone. More like 90%. So Reyna's sister brings her back to her old house. And Reyna sees her dead ancestors. And they're like,
Prayer.
And then Nico shadow travels to Beaufort, South Carolina. Where Reyna tells Nico that she killed her abusive father and that went against her family morals. I can't understand how patricide is against family morals. But then, an agent for the person trying to take Reyna's position as leader of the Roman camp comes and tells her that he'll tell Octavian her secret. But doesn't count on Nico's strength that he got from Reyna. And Nico summons an army of ghosts and turns the agent into a ghost too. And then Nico passes out again. Another 3 days later, Nico finds out that Coach had summoned a bunch of Pegasi, including Pegasus himself. And they carry the giant statue and the demigods and Coach Hedge back to camp. Back with the Argo crew again. And they get an ingredient to make the physician's cure, which is a magic potion that can bring someone back from the dead. They also see Artemis and Apollo, and get another ingredient for the potion. And now they have to find a statue of Ares chained up. And Annabeth and Piper are on the job. And they find it in a temple of fear. So Annabeth, who is a child of Athena and very logical, has to think like a normal teenager for once. And they get a bunch of spirits. They also see a doctor god to try to get the physician's cure made. And also manage to get Jason glasses. Then they head off to Athens to stop Gia from waking up. But they do a really, really bad job because in order for Gia to wake up, she needed the blood of a male and female demigod. And both Annabeth and Percy spilled their blood, thus waking up Gia. But if they hadn't gone on the quest, wouldn't it never have happened? I mean, without demigods, Gia wasn't going to fully wake. I feel like this was really complicated when it didn't need to be. But the gods come and help the demigods defeat the giants because their Greek and Roman sides of themselves had stopped fighting thanks to the Athena Parthenos. And Zeus slaps the kids back to camp. And Leo blows up Gaia with pyrokinesis. I had pyrokinesis once. Wait, I still do. And the Roman and Greek demigods become friends. And Leo gets together with his true love, Calypso. The end. So The Blood of Olympus was a really good book, even though the whole demigod blood thing was really contrived. This is Harry R. Homeless saying, change! Change! Help a guy out, will ya? Come on, change! I'll make the next Rick Riordan book about Norse gods.